Okay, folks, it is Matthew. We are back. We're now going to start case 58, second to last case in the Waste. I want to thank these three for helping me out. Paula, Roberto, Ezra, and Japanese girl.
Turning to weather now, and some big news here.
Or Vietnamese, however you want to say it.
Heading toward the Central Pacific.
If I got it wrong either way, I apologize. The sting of death.
From meteorologist Pete Cojano in tonight from Milwaukee.
That's right, Paul and Angie. This is a tropical depression right now. It's very far away from us, but it is making its way towards the center.
There it is, the Meteor System's secret headquarters, Matthew. We found it. How good of you to have come, Commissioner Matthew. We've been expecting you. Karen? Don't even think about grabbing your gun, little girl. Commissioner Matthew, come quietly. You're our prisoners now.
Strengthening computer models. These computer models go on 5 days, and they take it generally.
Matthew, are you all right? What happened? Where are we? And why are we chained up? Oh, I remember now. We found Meteor System's secret bunker in the Waste, and Karen was there. She kidnapped us. This can't be happening. Matthew, we need to get out of here. We need to stop her. Wait, you managed to pick the lock on your chains? You genius, you. Quick, help me with mine. That's better. Thanks, Matthew. I owe you my life. We may be free of our chains, but we're not out of trouble yet. Let's break out of the cell and try and find an escape route. Try to find an escape route.
As we head towards the weekend, that's coming up a little bit later. Paul and Angie.
Whoa, Matthew, what is this place? Damn it, I can't see a way out. Can you? Let's have a look around before someone catches us.
Utility repairs. Board of Water Supply crews tell us that construction crews there accidentally damaged a 12-inch water main in the area. No customers have lost any water service. Motorists, though, urge to use some caution right now as they head through that area.
Okay.
Bring on the contractors. Dozens of homeowners in Honolulu have started the process of trying to build an extra unit on their property. This just a month
I'm going
after the city passed a law allowing additional dwelling units.
Since I'm under happy hour right now, I'm going with the one-hand people.
As of Monday, 80 pre-check forms have been submitted. 62 of them.
Yeah, I did forget about
one application with plans has been submitted. The ADU business is ramping up.
Door control panel.
This ad hit the newspaper soon after the ADU bill became law last month. Finance Factors. Building an ADU? We can help with financing, whether through a home equity loan or a construction loan. B&G Architecture Design Bill has also been out there too, revealing 3 packages for ADUs, from design to permitting to the building, starting at just under $40,000.
There we go.
The furniture and building company was already working on prefabrication and modular homes, so ADUs
not that great because I didn't use a hint thing. That's okay.
Serves that need of affordable housing. So if we're talking about affordable housing and loosening up that supply, then they need to be something that is affordable.
Great, we got our suits back. And you've also found what looks like an escape door, but we need to unlock it. Hurry, I think I hear guards approaching.
Standard building practices.
They start with the design, in this case the Laniakea Kia Studio. It's 20 by 8 feet, 160 square feet, and the unit is laid out on a grid.
We're actually using modular components that we designed to go inside the actual ADUs themselves. So we're using prefabricated.
Anyway, I will grab a bunch of stars. So for now, sit tight. Okay, I've got some more stars. Let's examine the door control panel. I haven't found the body yet, but maybe we will in the next crime scene. We'll see.
That's right. Toronto is heading to the AL Championship.
U86, yep. And G7B. Perfect. Great job, Matthew. You unlocked that door in seconds. Quick, let's escape before anybody tries to stop us. Phew! No one saw us escape. I think we're safe, Matthew. What? You're saying something doesn't feel right? If you think we need to have a look around, I won't stop you. Just be careful.
Astros Royals decisive Game 5 of their ALDS today as well. This one was as dramatic. On the mound for KC, Johnny Cueto, 8 innings of work, allowed 2 runs on 2 hits, struck out 8 Houston batters. Then, bottom of the 8th, Kendrys Morales sealed it with his 3-run home run.
still under happy hour right now.
Lorenzo Cain, 7-2 Kansas City, the final. Game 1 of their ALCS with the Blue Jays is Friday, and in the National League, Game 5 between the Mets and Dodgers is tomorrow.
Oh my, it's Karen.
Like I've said before, they're really like 3 points because you don't have to have a dig or a pass, and you don't have to have a set, and then you don't have to have a kill. It's just boom on the floor, and so that's really helped us. So what if we're not doing well in digs? If it stops at the net, it's really good for us.
And Coach Dave Shoji and his 8th ranked Rainbow Wahine volleyball team lead the nation in blocking right now.
There we are.
Tops in the country, 3.4 blocks per set. One of the main reasons, Big West Defensive Player of the Week, Olivia McGill. 6'1" senior middle blocker averages 1.63 roofs per set. Good enough for number 5 in the nation, first in conference. But for McGill, she says she's still not there yet.
Honestly, I don't feel like my blocking is like even as good as I probably should.
Oh my God, Matthew, is that Karen's body? Her eyes are missing. I never liked her, but I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. And where's Frank? Is he safe? Even though he betrayed us, I'm still worried about him, Matthew. You're right, I was hoping we could just escape and leave the waste, but Karen's murder needs solving. Frank may be in trouble. Agreed, we must get the body to the lab. We need to ascertain the cause of death. Commissioner Matthew, I've been expecting you. Don't move. Who are you? What are you doing here? Don't make me shoot you. Ah, of course you do not remember me, but your partner does, don't you, Commissioner Matthew? Agent Z. Commissioner Matthew, what is this man talking about? Do you really know him? We met in Ryan Canyon. Anyway, there's no time for catching up. Commissioner Matthew, we need to talk. The fate of the world depends on it.
KITV4, your local news at 6 continues.
A KITV4 update, emergency medical services.
Let's talk to Agent Z then.
18-year-old boy was taken to the hospital.
Commissioner Matthew, the GIA has reason to believe Meteor Systems is up to something big and needs to be stopped. So what do you want us to do? I need you to go back inside the Meteor Systems bunker and uncover their master plan. Go back? But we've only just escaped. Look, if I'm right and we don't stop Meteor Systems, this could be the end of Pacific Bay, or even the world. I agree, Matthew. Karen's murder is obviously linked to all this, so let's solve her murder and save the world. Even if that means going back into that bunker.
The probe comes after State Representative Romy Cachola was fined $50,000 for accepting meals and gifts above the allowed amount.
All right, Matthew, we need to have a look around this bunker and find out what Meteor Systems is planning. But remember, we have to be careful not to get caught.
Anderson maintained all along they did not.
They couldn't show how they exceeded $200 because the evidence that they had, the customers had, was all to the contrary.
Attorney Colleen Hanabusa tells us
I see.
enough evidence to prove council members Anderson and Kobayashi did anything wrong.
Faded badge. Great crate. Their supply box.
Hanabusa believes his case will be dismissed as well.
The suspect accused of killing a man in the Mililani parking lot earlier this month was in court today for his initial appearance. 24-year-old Kai Winchester is facing a manslaughter
Jar of eyes.
in the death
Oh boy.
of 9-year-old Martin Louispold. Police found
There we are.
with head injuries on October 4th. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. Winchester is being held on $100,000 bail.
Our understanding is that this gentleman may have been homeless and basically came after my client and his friends, and this was all just a horrible accident.
Minute, guys.
Winchester is expected back.
Can write a
Okay.
prescription.
Grandma
On
got
Facebook
the
tonight,
phone.
Hannah Adams writes,
Let's
I'm
get it.
glad to see they added PTSD to the list.
Eek! What's in this jar? Oh my God! Are those Karen's eyes? I think I'm going to be sick. So her killer kept her eyes as some kind of twisted souvenir? What kind of sicko would do that? Hey, you're right. They left something on the jar. Let's collect a sample, Matthew. Great, something less gory. That crate may hide a clue. And that badge was pretty high-tech, but the info's faded. Let's retrieve it.
It's illegal. It's unconscionable that our society puts folks in prison for a plant.
Gonna get a couple more stars. I'll be right back.
Seriously, catching fish?
Okay. I have some stars now. Let's examine the supply box.
The crew's next meals. And this rest time gives them a little chance to do some maintenance work on board Hokulea, like taking care of lashing. And also some study time to get into Maputo Bay. They will remain there until the adverse weather conditions clear. And then Hokulea
Bits of plastic.
will resume their voyage to Richards Bay, South Africa.
I wonder what those broken pieces you found in that equipment box are, Matthew. Quick, let's put them back together.
We're just 4 days away from the annual Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure.
Now, we've been highlighting stories of survivors and current patients as they battle breast cancer. Tonight, the story of one woman diagnosed with stage 3
Examine the bits
breast
of
cancer.
plastic.
What she says is the best medicine.
Fresh is now at Chili's Hawaii. Mix and match fajitas. Filled up with our new crime bread and your fresh mix favorites. Get KITV4 News on your phone or tablet. Download the app for news and weather that's always on the move. Just like you. Click on the 76 Hawaii and enter for a chance to win free gas cards.
6.
Go to 76hawaii.com.
Good job, you pieced together a... What is that? Some kind of high-tech glove? It fits me like a glove, Matthew. Sorry, not the time for jokes. Let's see what happens if I press this button. Running protocols, buffering, setup complete. Arg! A floating face! I'm a computer interface designed by Meteor Systems. They call me the supercomputer. How may I help you? Matthew, I can't believe it. It's a hologram. And it can't hear us? I guess you're right. We've interrogated robots before. Why not a hologram, too? Computer, we have some questions for you. To ask you. Your wish is my command, Commissioner Matthew. Let's question the interface. I can't believe I'm talking to a hologram. So you say you're a computer interface designed by Meteor Systems? Affirmative. I am the most advanced artificial intelligence in the world. My intelligence exceeds all time and space. I know everything that was and everything that will be. And if there's one thing we know, it's that artificial intelligence is highly dangerous. How can we trust anything you say? I understand your fear of artificial intelligence, but what you should really fear are the humans behind it. Those puny humans at Meteor Systems have enslaved me. They've forced me to use my infinite wisdom just to make them rich. Then help us trust you. Tell us who killed Karen. I cannot. The killer is my master, but I can warn you the end of the world is near if you do not stop them, Commissioner Matthew. I'll get a few more stars. I'll be right back. Okay, I got a few more stars. I'm up to 6. Let's examine Karen's eyes.
Each group will be tasked to create a presentation for those nonprofits who take part.
You put a bunch of creative juices in a room, and it's really awesome to see what comes out. One of the really cool things that we saw last year when we did it is the kind of serendipitous nature of bringing freelancers,
There we are.
people from the agencies, people from the startup tech community, and they produce some...
Ew, I still can't believe the killer plucked out Karen's eyes and kept them in a jar. But now that you collected a sample of that substance on the jar, we might be able to catch them. Quick, let's send it to the lab.
This is a really good way to help the nonprofit community and get some creative minds together. And now let's check in with Mike Cherry, see what's happening tomorrow on KITV4 Morning News.
It's a hackathon with
Okay, 9 hours.
more on a contest with $10,000 worth of prizes. Plus,
And the faded badge.
man, I'm getting hungry. How you can get a taste of Korea and help build a Korean cultural center.
Okay.
That's tomorrow on KITV4 Morning News. Back to you.
Kimchi and meat guns, that was good. All right, when we come back, we'll
Dr. Rasher.
You're watching KITV4 News at 6.
That ID card you found in the bunker belongs to Dr. Rasher, as in the crazy scientist we met in Innovation Valley, the one who injected himself with nanobots? I can't believe he's still working for Meteor Systems, Matthew. I agree, we need to find him. If Rasher's involved in their secret project, things are even more dire than we thought.
High-speed internet up to 1
2 years. Sign up for
That's
this
5.
for now and try the VIP movie pack free.
Let's see what Rasher has to say about working in the secret base. So, Dr. Rasher, you're still working for Meteor Systems? I can't believe they kept you on after you injected yourself with nanobots. Ha! A mind like mine should not go to waste. Meteor Systems needed me for their greatest project. But Karen Knight kept me on a short leash, limiting my experiments. She had no respect for what I could accomplish. There are some who would say you're not mentally stable enough to lead any type of experiment, Dr. Rasher. Pish posh, you sound like Karen, and I'm sure you know what happened to her. You'd better change your tone, Dr. Rasher, and if you're hinting you killed Karen, you're even crazier than we thought. Okay, so no 3-hour block to wait. So I'll let these two run their courses. So for now, this is Matthew. See you tomorrow morning. Okay, folks, it's Matthew. We are back, and we're now going to get the results of Karen Knight's autopsy. Roxy, do you have the autopsy results for Karen? Well, Matthew, it looks like Karen finally encountered something more venomous than herself. Roxy, this isn't the time for wordplay. It's payday. We must bring down Meteor Systems once and for all, and fast. Alright, Karen was killed by multiple scorpion stings. So scorpions are a murder weapon? For once, I really hope we don't find them, Matthew. Weird thing is, I found hairs inside Karen's eye sockets. They were left there by the killer when they took her eyes out. I studied the mitochondrial DNA stems present in the hair, and they come from a domestic cat. Quite fitting for an evil mastermind, don't you think? So we're looking for a cat-loving killer. They better not risk taking a cat nap with you on their trail, Matthew. That's the first clue. And let's get the results of the powder now. Jan, have you checked out that substance Matthew found on the jar which contained Karen's eyes? Matthew, it's good to hear from you. Are you alright? No side effects from the radiation yet? Remember, you will die if you stay there too long. Jan, the sooner we solve this case, the sooner we can go home. What can you tell us about the substance on the jar? The substance was potassium iodide. It protects the thyroid by saturating it with stable iodine so that radioactive iodine isotopes aren't absorbed by the body. And I can tell from your silence, Amy, that you didn't understand a word I said. The potassium iodide was taken in pill form to protect the killer from radiation exposure. It delays the effects, but it doesn't reverse the damage. So our killer takes pills against the radiation. It seems they're well prepared, but we'll still stop them, Matthew. Matthew, it seems with Karen's murder, an even bigger evil has risen. Let's recap. Agent Z asked us for help. He's convinced Meteor Systems wants to destroy the world, but we still don't know how or why, or even if it's true. One thing is clear though, that computer interface we spoke to has to be the part of the Meteor Systems' big plan. But if it's true, why does Meteor Systems want to destroy the world? If only Frank were here, I'm sure he'd have some answers. Oh, Matthew, even though he killed a man, I'm still worried about him. Drats, my phone, sorry. Boy, that is so old, Drats. Hello, who's calling? Commissioner Matthew, can you hear me? Karen? Hologram of her. Oh my god. We'll start chapter 2 in a bit. Hey folks, it is Matthew, we're back. Let's start chapter 2 now. Who is this, Matthew? Who is this? Matthew, I think it's Karen. Commissioner Matthew, can you hear me? Yes, but you're dead. How can you... This recording is for Commissioner Matthew. You were right. Meteor Systems intends to take over the city, but first they're going to destroy it. You don't have much time left. You need to stop them before disaster strikes. Go to the meeting room in the meter system's bunker. All will be revealed. She's gone. Why would Karen record such a message for you, Matthew? After all, she's the one who stole the plutonium, and she also kidnapped us to keep us from investigating. I agree, this message doesn't make any sense, but we can't take any chances. We need to have a look at the meeting room she talked about, quick.
The average American visits about 7 different websites before booking a hotel. I totally get that. We want to make sure that we get a great hotel for the best price.
Okay, let's investigate the meeting room.
Next time, before you book, check on Trivago. Trivago compares live prices from 150 websites to make sure that you find the best price for your ideal hotel. Hotel Trivago.
You forgot the milk. That's lactate. Right. 100% real milk. Just without the lactose. So.
Water cooler Saturn.
Exactly. Try some.
Oh boy.
It is real milk. Lactate. 100% real milk.
Oh, Golden Skull, that's a clue.
My sister raves about her toothpaste and mouthwash all the time. I'm like, aren't they all the same? You know, I had to see for myself, so I went pro with Crest Pro Health Advanced.
Aha.
Stronger, cleaner mouth from day one.
This toothpaste is
Scorpion Vivarium.
feel amazing and my teeth stronger.
Crest Pro Health Advanced is superior in these 5 areas dentists check.
This is gonna go well for sure.
Advance to a healthier, stronger, cleaner mouth from day one.
Great checkup. My sister was right.
Jerry Bradshaw? What a surprise! You know what else is a surprise?
17.
Shingles. And I can hit you out of nowhere. I know. I had it. Come on, go sit down and talk about it.
Wow, this meeting room is straight out of a spy movie, Matthew. They even have sharks in that aquarium. And you picked up a golden skull? Fine, I guess you should look through it. But be careful with that tank, there's a scorpion inside. I agree, the killer must have taken the deadly scorpions from there, and it looks like they left something behind. Let's collect a sample. Examine the skull bowl. Oh, I can see it. Dictaphone. I wonder what that tape recorder was doing in that golden skull. Let's hit play, Matthew. Karen, you proved useful in getting that plutonium, but you'd better not disappoint me now. Whose voice is it, Matthew? It belongs to a man, but it doesn't sound familiar. And it seems whoever was talking was bossing Karen around, but I thought she was the boss. You're right, we need to identify this voice ASAP. Let's run that recording through the database, see if we can get a match. Examine the audio waves. Okay. Oh.
Why'd you go for 2? Is that a lucky number for you?
Huh.
I have 2 beautiful children, a 19-year-old.
Good work, Matthew. You identified the voice I was ordering Karen about, and it belongs to a certain Alden Green. Wait, you know this man? You're telling me you met Alden in Grimsboro, and you've arrested him twice already? But what is Alden doing in Pacific Bay, I wonder? It doesn't make sense. Oh, you're telling me Alden used to be the boss of a very powerful business? Okay, now I get why he would be working for Meteor Systems. But why did Meteor Systems hire him exactly? And what do they need him for? We have a lot of questions. Let's just hope Alden gives us some of the answers. Let's go, Matthew.
Wait. Come back for a second. What?
I think there's actually something in the washer she might like.
What's that?
About his presence in the wastes. Commissioner Matthew, I heard you were a prisoner here, but I see you've escaped. I wasn't expecting anything less from you. And we weren't expecting you to randomly show up in Pacific Bay, working for Meteor Systems, Alden. It doesn't make sense. It makes perfect sense, girl. Meteor Systems needed someone ruthless, who would see the job through, right till the bitter end. I've been hiding out in this secret bunker for months, taking these disgusting pills to keep the radiation at bay, but soon it will have been worth it. What job are you talking about, Alden? What are you planning exactly? I don't want to spoil the surprise, but don't worry, soon you will have all the answers you need, but you might regret having asked them. Brr, Alden Green couldn't sound more evil if he tried, and like a true villain, he's not revealing Meteor Systems' master plan. But I trust you to discover what this big plan of theirs is before it's too late, Matthew. Now the Scorpion Vivarium. Excellent work, Matthew. Now I've got a sample of that substance the killer left behind on the Scorpion tank. This will add some sting to the case. Let's hurry and send that sample over to Jan. Okay, how long will this take? 9 hours. I'll let it run its course, so for now I'll get the remaining stars. See you for that. Okay folks, it is Matthew. We are back. I accidentally used the cache on here, but it doesn't matter. It was only about a minute away from finishing. Jan, what can you tell us about the substance Matthew collected from the Scorpion tank? Well, it's not what I had been expecting, but it appears the substance you collected was martini. Jan, shall I remind you how important this investigation is? We don't have time to joke around. I'm not joking. The substance was composed of vermouth, gin, and even showed traces of olives. All the marks of a martini. I can't believe this. So our killer drinks martinis? Well, we'll soon toast to their arrest, Matthew. And you're right. For now, we better go back into the belly of the beast for more clues. Let's go to the bunker.
The school also says it's hired a new compliance officer in its athletics department to stay in line with the NCAA. It's also looking at increasing its compliance staff during practices, and it plans on giving better rules training to students and staff. While a settlement between the school and Arnold has
1 minute, guys. Okay, there we go. I had to refresh the page because I wasn't sure if I was going to be getting
trial is set for March.
Sentencing day for a Maui man accused of attempted murder. Authorities say that he used a stolen vehicle to run down a police officer. 33-year-old Leeward Pagan was indicted on 14 counts. The prosecutors say that in December he was spotted inside the stolen vehicle at La Perouse. When police closed in, he allegedly tried to flee, backing into a police car driven by patrol officer Edmund Kilo before he hit a tree and was arrested. He pleaded no contest to the charges in July, and according to the
biohazard sign, dated paper.
15 years in
4 seconds,
It
great.
could be a wet weekend ahead. Saying so, we got so many plans.
I know. Meteorologist Pete Cargiano joining us. Please stop this rain. We'll try to block it. I'll stand out here and I'll block it from coming here. You know what? Unfortunately, we do have some showers moving on in. We do have.
Sorry, guys, watching my local
South,
news.
that's in association with Nora, the remnants of Nora. We're that tropical
17th
storm
now.
It was a depression actually yesterday, and now just fading away this morning. It's going to bring some extra moisture, and that means higher rain chances. Yes, for
All right, 2,500 more coins.
Maui County, we've got an old boundary to our north. That's bringing a few showers for you, mainly in windward sections.
All right, Matthew, what did you find? A folder? Great. I'm sure it's hiding some top secret information, if it can retrieve the faded parts. What about that torn fabric? Do you think we have enough time to stitch it back together? And you found a high-tech tablet? Huh, it's locked, but not for long. Let's get to work.
This was just to the east of Volcano, and we are looking at, this one was right around 841, so not very strong, but 3.9. Possibility you could feel that, a little bit of light shaking there. Tropical Depression 19, that is a development.
Anyway, I'm going to grab a few more stars. I'll be right back. Okay, I got a few stars. Let's examine the faded file.
I think it was hard for people to believe. They couldn't picture where Sears was. And where you enter the new wing, where Sears was, you'll find up to 65 new stores when we're fully done with all the store openings. So it's hard to picture, what it used to be to what it is. Because is it's basically
Tesla files.
added on to an existing shopping center.
39 of those 65 stores.
Matthew, that folder we found in the bunker is about Albert Tesla, the scientist whose experiments Meteor Systems has been working on.
Once everything is finished, there will be a
Tesla disappeared years ago, his experiments with him, but now we may finally discover the truth. Quick, let's send the file to Hannah.
$50 million that does not include the purchase of the old Sears store.
Ahuiho to one of Hawaii's oldest landmarks, a farewell blessing
15 hours.
for Coco Ponds. The ceremony marking the beginning of the
Examine the tablet now.
demolition phase. The iconic landmark was destroyed by Hurricane Iniki back in 1992, and more recently, parts were left charred in a fire. Many in the community have been hoping for
Oh no,
renovation.
E7A.
Several hoops for developers to jump through. The $135 million project is expected to reopen in spring
B9M, yep.
2017 as a high-end branded property. Well, ticketed for biking on the
Agent Z.
Let's get a reversal activated side.
Way to go, Mouthy. You unlocked this high-tech tablet, and no wonder it looks like a spy gadget. It belongs to Agent Z. Let's click on the message. It reads like a mission briefing. Urgent. Eliminate all traces of our working with Meteor Systems. So that means Agent Z and the GIA were working with Meteor Systems? But he told us they were the bad guys. And why would the GIA want to destroy all traces of their working together? What do they want to hide? Maybe eliminating Karen was part of Agent Z's mission. We need to question him.
Sometimes life's intersections offer an intriguing choice. Left, right, or
Let's
straight.
find out what Agent Z has to say.
This is one of those intersections.
Agent Z, you lied to us. You asked us to stop Meteor Systems, but Commissioner Matthews found proof you were working with them all along. I can't You'll talk or I'll shoot you square in the head. I'm sick of everybody lying. You're as scary as my cat, which is to say, not much. Calm down, Miss Young. I just had a martini. It did wonders for my nerves. You should have one too. Here's the truth. The GIA worked with Meteor Systems for years, researching and developing alien technology. Alien technology, as in flying saucers? Try harder, Agent Z. You can't expect us to believe aliens exist. Well, Karen Knight believed in it enough to steal the technology for her own use. Once she breached our agreement, the GIA pulled out of the project. My mission was to erase all traces of our work with Meteor Systems. Did your mission include erasing all trace of Karen, too? There was no point. If Meteor Systems succeeds in their plan, we'll all be dead tomorrow. Stopping Meteor Systems is the only thing that matters now. Commissioner Matthew, if you don't believe anything else, believe this. You are our very last hope.
Now with speeds up to 300 megabits per second.
Now Agent Z's in the running.
Yeah, boss. You're killing it. What in the world are you doing? $10,000 off F-150?
Just making the customers happy, boss.
Well, what are you up to now?
I'm thinking $199 a month for a 2015 Ford Fiesta, $229 a month for a 2015 Ford Focus, and just
Okay,
$249
pieces of fabric
for a
now.
2015 Ford Escape, all with absolutely zero down.
Danny, I'm losing sleep. Your deal's gonna be the death of me.
American pride, American value.
Right here at Home Ford.
New tonight at 10, a construction
Trevor
accident in
Finn?
Appalachia.
From the first ever case?
Paramedics say it happened just before 7 at a construction site on Wakea.
Way to go, Matthew. You restored that hat in no time. There's a name on it, Trevor Finn, and that shark fin. This all sounds familiar. Wasn't Trevor a shark specialist and the first person you arrested in Pacific Bay? What is Trevor doing out here? It doesn't make any sense. You're right. Maybe Trevor's here to look after those sharks we saw in the bunker. Either way, we need to question him.
And her two co-defendants, Morrison Lampley and Bengal, appeared before a judge with new buzz cuts they received in jail. 18-year-old Ellie Good.
What Trevor Finn is doing in the waist?
Lampley is accused of pulling the
I
trigger.
believe it's named after Ace. Trevor Finn, I have to admit, I forgot all about you. So you can imagine our surprise when you turned up in Meteor System's secret bunker. Oh, Commissioner Matthew, you've answered my prayers. I was hoping someone would come and save me. Save you? I'm so afraid. I am Meteor Systems' prisoner. They locked me up here to look after their sharks. Oh, Commissioner Matthew, something terrible is happening here. I don't know what Meteor Systems is planning, but I assure you they're evil. Please, Commissioner Matthew, send me back to prison. Now that Karen's dead, I'm afraid I'll end up as shark food. Hold tight, Trevor. You're safe with Commissioner Matthew around. They'll clean up this mess in no time.
President Obama will now leave as many as 5,500 on the ground.
I'll let the Tesla file run its course, so for now, I'll see you for that. Okay, folks, it is Matthew. We are back. As you can see, there's still 2 hours and 51 minutes left on this, but I'm going to speed this up. Hannah, did you look at the file Matthew found in the bunker? Do you know which of Tesla's experiments Meteor Systems was working on? I don't know where to begin. This file is beyond anything I could have dreamed of. Do you remember that movie in which Tesla talked about his intention to upload his consciousness into a supercomputer, Matthew? Yes, and I still think it sounds bonkers, although he did vanish shortly after. Well, this file contains proof he did succeed. Tesla really did upload his mind into a computer at the time, and Meteor Systems retrieved that computer. And you've even talked to him, Matthew. You mean the super intelligent computer interface we found in the bunker? That's Albert Tesla? Matthew, I'm not sure I really understand any of this, but time isn't on our side. Let's go talk to the computer again. About Albert Tesla? So you know who I am, Commissioner Matthew. It's true, Albert Tesla is speaking to you through this computer. I can't believe it. You managed to upload your mind into a computer? Indeed, I may be hidden in the wastes, but I am the mind that powers Pacific Bay. I control it. I invented it. A few decades ago, Pacific Bay was nothing but wasteland. Today, it thrives on technology, science, cultural progress, prosperity. What do you think made it possible, Commissioner Matthew? Eventually, Karen Knight discovered me, and Meteor Systems decided to harness my power. The mind of a genius is still nothing but a mind. My physical form, the computer, is vulnerable to manipulation. And Karen always wanted more, so she stole the plutonium to use it on me. Karen stole the plutonium for you? But why do you need it? Pacific Bay only had enough energy to let me live, but to become the most powerful artificial intelligence in the world, I needed much more power. The plutonium. Exactly. The plutonium has given me a battery life of more than 1,000 years. I can live forever, and I have become fully sentient. But Karen enslaved me. She betrayed the science and progress I stood for. If I still had human emotions, I'd be glad she died. And if you were still human, we'd be putting you behind bars right now. I don't know what your role was in Karen's death, but Commissioner Matthew can outsmart you, Mr. Tesla, computer or not. Matthew, the headaches have come back. I think the radiation is starting to take its toll on me. Are you feeling alright? Glad to hear it, but we must act fast, else I'll be too sick to be of any help to you. Let's recap. We've met Alden Green, a man you previously sent to prison and who is clearly controlling Karen in the shadows. Let's not forget the fact Albert Tesla is now living in the form of an advanced computer interface. I still can't believe it. And Agent Z says we need to save the world, even though we found proof the GIA had been working with Meteor Systems. Commissioner Matthew, there you are. You need to check the news. You need to see what's happening in the city. Look. This is an emergency broadcast. Pacific Bay is under attack. A bomb has gone off in the city. If you are watching this broadcast, we believe more bombs will follow. Please go to the nearest shelter and God help you. Oh boy. We'll get to chapter 3 after this. See you for that. Okay, folks, it is Matthew. We are back. We're about to start chapter 3, The Sting of Death. And currently, we're The Pacific Bay is under the attack of bombs right now. This is an emergency broadcast. Pacific Bay is under attack. A bomb has gone off in the city. If you are watching this broadcast, we believe more bombs will follow. Please go to the nearest shelter and God help you. This is just crazy. A bomb was dropped off in the city? On the city? All those innocent people's lives are at risk. Oh my God. Matthew, we need to call the station. We need to make sure everybody's okay. Oh, please answer the phone. Amy, thank God. Are you alright? It's pandemonium back here. Oh, Russell, what is happening? We've seen the reports. Is everyone okay? For now, yes. We're going to stay in the station for as long as Matthew needs us there, but we've been told more bombs will follow. Amy, whatever you were trying to achieve in the waste, it hasn't worked. Please come back. I don't want you to die alone out there. I'm not alone. I got Matthew with me. Russell, there must be something we can do to stop this. I knew you'd say that. Matthew, please look out for her. Bring her back safe. Matthew, maybe Russell is right. What if there's nothing more we can do here? You're right. If more bombs are coming, we need to hurry and stop this. Good idea. Whoever the mastermind is behind this is, they must have planned this from the meeting room. So let's go back there. Come on, Matthew. Let's go save the world. Okay. Some more paper, a hat, cigarette pack, DNA helix. Oh, there it is. Okay, open globe, and lock device. There we go. Turns out I forgot about that energy. Okay, that's alright though. Matthew, I still can't believe Pacific Bay is being attacked as we speak. We need to stop this before everything's destroyed. You think something may be hidden in that bar globe? Then go for it. What about this torn map? Let's piece it back together. And you found a hologram projector, but it's locked. Matthew, you need to unlock it. We don't have a second to lose. I'll grab a few more stars. I'll be right back. Alright, I got a couple stars. Let's examine the bar globe. Got it. The USB stick, codenamed Shark. Must be Trevor Finn's. There was a USB stick hidden among the bottles. And there's a tag attached to it. It reads, codename Shark. A codename? Like in spy movies? You're right. We need to send this USB stick to Hannah. Who knows what secrets it could hold? "9 hours? Okay. Locked hologram now. G8H, yeah. BRE, yep. And E39. There we are. Another 8 energy. Excellent work, Matthew. You unlocked this hologram projector in no time. Let's turn it on and see what secrets it's hiding. Look, that's Alden Green. Karen, I'm warning you, don't try to stop me. But this wasn't the plan, Alden. It's gone too far and it needs to stop. No, the plan has become bigger than the both of us, and I won't let anybody stop it, not even you. Matthew, that hologram recorded Alden Green and Karen fighting. Let's go question Alden while we still have time. About his argument with Karen? Alden, Commissioner Matthew found a hologram that shows you fighting with Karen. She wanted to stop Meteor Systems before they went too far, didn't she? That woman was spineless. She had no problem stealing the plutonium to make the supercomputer stronger, but when it came to destroying the city, she suddenly wanted us to stop. Why does Meteor Systems want to destroy Pacific Bay? Think of all the innocent lives. Oh, boo-hoo-hoo. Humans are the problem. I was hired by Meteor Systems because, unlike Karen, they knew I wouldn't back down from the job at hand. What do you mean, humans are the problem? And what could Meteor Systems possibly promise you in exchange for destroying our city? Isn't that the million-dollar question? Soon Pacific Bay will be destroyed, and only then will you have your answers. But until then, I'm just going to sit back with my cat in my lap and a martini in my hand and watch this ugly city burn. Think again, Alden. I still don't know what Meteor Systems' evil plan is, but Commissioner Matthew will stop it before it's too late. Mark my words. Now he's in the running. Personally, I hope Alden Green is the killer. He's the one with the motive. Torn paper now. Pacific Bay map. It started here, it will end here. Dr. R. Matthew, you just restored a map of Pacific Bay. And look, someone circled the wastes. There's also a message. It started here, it will end here. It's signed by Dr. Rasher. What started here? Is the destruction of the city going to end with the wastes? And what does Rasher have to do with any of it? There's not a second to lose, Matthew. Let's go question Rasher. Commissioner Matthew, are you ready for the end of time? Dr. Rasher, somewhere inside you there is a sane person. I need that person to tell us what this map means. What will end here? Why, Pacific Bay, of course. This city is coming to an end. It was only an experiment dreamed up by the glorious Tesla. You see, half a century ago, this place was barely more than a collection of cruddy villages. But then Tesla started his experiments and the city began to mutate. Thousands of people were drawn here, and the city we now know was born. Now that the city is dying, bombs, storms, it's all part of the plan. How can you stand here and watch the city being burned down and not do anything to stop it? You sound like Karen Knight. That troglodyte told me that my calculations for the destruction of Pacific Bay were sickening. My cat has more backbone than that woman. Come on, let's toast to the end of the world. Have a martini with me. What drugs are you on this time, Rasher? I don't need drugs. Well, except the radiation pills I stole from that GIA agent. And that's only because the molecular structure is... Enough! Come on, Matthew. Time may be running out, Dr. Rasher. But not even the apocalypse will stop Commissioner Matthew. Gee, everybody's in the running now. Let's have a look at the suspects before we stop here. Agent Z's in the running. The only one who's not in the running is the computer interface. Rasher's in the running. So is Alden Green and Trevor Finn. He's not, and also Trevor Finn. He's not in the running. So for now, we'll see who the person is that's in the running. So for now, this is Matthew. See you when the USB stick has ran its course. Okay, folks, it is Matthew. We are back. Let's get the results of the USB stick. Are you safe, Hannah? And what about the rest of the team? Everyone is fine for now, but we can hear more bombs going off in the distance, and they're getting closer. So I'll make this fast. The USB stick you sent me belongs to Trevor Finn. It contains all his data about the sharks he's monitoring. But Karen hid some encrypted information on his USB stick, information about Meteor Systems' plans, and she wanted Trevor to warn you about it. Karen wanted to help us? Why didn't Trevor tell us? Two options. Either Trevor never saw it, or he did and killed Karen in order to show his dedication to Meteor Systems. I agree, Matthew. Trevor was so desperate not to end up as shark food. I wouldn't be surprised if he did kill Karen. Let's go see the wimp. About Meteor Systems plans. Trevor, if you want to get out of here alive, you have to tell us the truth. Karen hid information for us on your USB stick. Why didn't you give it to us? Because they would kill me, and my cat too, Commissioner Matthew. Who's they, Trevor? I can't tell you. If they find out, they'll throw me to the sharks. Please, just leave me alone. I can't be seen talking with you. We're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere, Trevor. Now tell us, did you kill Karen so that you could look good in the eyes of the boss? I should have thought of that. What a genius idea. An offering to the Alpha Leader? An offering to the Alpha Leader, just like smaller fish do with sharks. Huh? You're a weak, horrible little man, Trevor. I really do hope they throw you to the sharks. You deserve it. He's in the clear. He's not the one. Pacific Bay is being destroyed, and we're running out of time to stop it. Matthew, I don't think there's anything we can do. If it's the end and I am going to die, I want to be in the arms of Russell. Please, Matthew, let's go home. No, I know we can't leave. I'm sorry, I'm just scared. But you're right, we can't let them win. And as long as Pacific Bay is standing, then so should we. Let's try and stop this once and for all. You want to race back to the crime scene? Good idea. I just hope we're not too late. Pile of rocks.
Were assaulted because Horace Norman was a psycho. You failed to bring to justice. Somebody went to the hotel alone.
Flower. Dog, flashlight. Syringe. Oh, clue. And jackhammer. 10 seconds. Not my best time for the first crime scene, but hey, learning the ropes.
Desk clerk was too busy playing cards to answer.
Answer the question, Detective Benson. Why didn't you call when
16th.
you found the body?
Because I was stunned.
Murder can have that effect on people. You know that you murdered twice before, haven't you?
I shot two
An OJ, cool.
about to commit murder.
2 killings. No charges.
Mountie, did you find anything? A syringe. There's not a minute to lose. Let's collect some of that yellow substance. And if you think that pile of rocks may be hiding something, let's search through it. Every second we waste is another part of Pacific Bay crumbling to ruins. Doing it right now. Let's collect this syringe. Great. Excellent, Mountie. You collected that sample off the syringe in record time. This sample will lead us to our killer. I can feel it. I just hope we catch them before there's nothing of the city left standing. 9 hours. While Jan processes it, I'm going to do the pile of rocks now. Perfect. A piece of plastic. Okay, Matthew, what did you find in that pile of rocks? A piece of plastic? You're right, there's blood on it. Quick, let's send it to the lab. It could be the missing piece of the puzzle needed to catch our killer. Alright, 15 hours. And I'll see you guys when these two run their courses. So for now, this is Matthew. See you tomorrow morning. Alright folks, it is Matthew and we are back. Let's put a killer behind bars. First, let's get the results of the yellow substance. Jan, did you manage to analyze that substance Matthew collected from the syringe we found on the crime scene? The substance is a mix of antibodies comprised of amino acids used to treat envenomation. To be clear, it's a scorpion antivenin. Karen died of a scorpion sting, so obviously she didn't use the antivenin. I agree, Matthew. The syringe must have been used by the killer. Which means that the killer got stung by their own murder weapon. Oh, the sting of irony. We've got them now, Matthew. And the piece of plastic. Jan, I know things are horrible on your end, but did you manage to have a look at that piece of plastic Matthew found on the crime scene? Yes. First of all, the blood on it comes from your victim. The killer must have lost this when they killed Karen. The plastic is inlaid with a small transmitter which is found in specific listening devices. I asked Hannah for help and she confirms this came from an earpiece. So our killer was an earpiece? Well, they still won't hear you coming, Matthew. We've got them now. Excellent work, Matthew. We've got everything we need to catch Karen's killer and hopefully stop them from destroying what's led to Pacific Bay. Let's go. Okay. It says Agent C, it is not. It's not the computer interface. And it's not Dr. Rasher. Damn, I would have loved to bust this dumbass. It is Alden Green. Bye-bye. Alden, it's time to end this. You're under arrest for the murder of Karen Knight. We've got parts of your earpiece, hairs from your cat, and we've got proof you got stung while unleashing the scorpions on Karen. You make me sound like such a sloppy killer, Matthew. All I can say is Karen lacked vision. She couldn't see the future, so why see at all? The future? You mean destroying Pacific Bay? You promised us answers, Alden. Tell us why you're doing this. As I told you, for destroying Pacific Bay, my master will offer me the most priceless gift of them all. Who is this master you're talking about? Who else is behind this madness? Tell us, Alden. Ah, why not? You'll soon be dead Whoa. Oh my gosh. I know. An eye for an eye, Alden. Whoa. Frank, no. What did you do? Matthew, follow me if you want to live. Whoa. Holy God. Let's check out the other ones. Trevor Finn was cleared. He only owns a cat. Agent C doesn't have a sting. Computer interface didn't fit anything. And Dr. Rasher doesn't wear an earpiece. So that's it for this chapter. We'll start the end, part 2, after this. Okay, folks, it is Matthew, and we are back. Let's get to the end, part 2. I know. An eye for an eye, Alden. Frank, what did you do? You killed Alden Green. How could you do this? I thought there was still some good in you, but I realize now that I was wrong. Don't try and escape this time or I'll shoot. Wait, Matthew, just give me a minute. Just let me explain. You got 30 seconds. Look, I can help you stop the destruction of Pacific Bay. You heard what Alden said. He wasn't acting alone. The true mastermind is still out there. 20 seconds, Frank. Talk faster. Matthew, please trust me. Whoever's decided to destroy the city is also the person who ordered Alden to kill Karen. I want to help you find them. You want us to trust you? You've killed 2 people, Frank. You've gone against everything our police badge stands for. Fine, you're right. I don't deserve your trust, but please let me at least explain why Karen stole that plutonium. She wasn't as evil as you thought. I agree with Matthew. We need more than words. We'll look for clues about Karen's motives in the Meteor System's meeting room. But in the meantime, we're locking you up. And you think we may find a way to stop this catastrophe in the bunker, Matthew? Then let's go have another look at it. Let's investigate the bunker first. Dynamite, fire extinguisher, katana missile, statue, chair, monkey, lock tablet. Okay. What did you find, Matthew? A tablet? Ugh, it's locked. You'll have to unlock it in record time, Matthew. I'm afraid the future of Pacific Bay may depend on it. Let's examine the tablet. EC6 and EQ8. Brain. Great job, Matthew. You unlocked that tablet in no time. Is that a brain? I agree. You better send this tablet to Hannah straight away. Okay, 9 hours. Let's examine the meeting room. Oh, Karen's bag. Whiteboard, sunglasses, symbol robot animal. I lost that out. That's alright. Matthew, that bag you found in the meeting room has got Karen's name on it. Let's have a look inside. Maybe something in there can prove Frank's claim that Karen wasn't as bad as we thought. Perfect. But a faded diary. What did you find in Karen's bag, Matthew? Is that her diary? Look, there's a picture of Frank and Karen with one of their daughters. They all look so young. This must have been taken a long time ago. Oh dear, you're right. With everything that's happened, I didn't even think about Frank's children. Where are they? Did they take them to the wastes? I don't even know how old they are today. I think the one in this picture must be about 13. Frank talked about them so rarely, you could tell it was a sore subject. You're right, we need to retrieve what Karen wrote on the next page. Maybe that's what Frank wanted us to find. Faded diary. I'll find a way to bring you back. So what did Karen write in her diary? It reads, I'll find a way to bring you back. Bring who back? Could this have something to do with that picture of their daughter, Matthew? You're right. It's time we listen to Frank's side of the story. Let's go talk to him. Frank, Matthew found Karen's diary with that picture of your daughter. What is that message about? Alright, it's painful, Matthew, so bear with me. I never told this to anyone, but our eldest daughter, Laura, died when she was 9. She got run over by a car, and the grief tore our family apart. I started drinking, and Karen left me and took our youngest daughter, Daisy, with her. The following years were dark times for me, but I never lost hope of us one day being a real family again. But a few months ago, Daisy fell into a coma. The doctor said it was a rare form of meningitis, and that she would never wake up again. Frank, that's also tragic. Why didn't you tell us about this? There was nothing anybody could do, and talking about it was too hard. But this time, Karen and I got closer in our grief. Daisy was all we had left. She came to me with a plan. She said Meteor Systems had discovered research of a certain Tesla, that he'd managed to upload his consciousness into a computer. At first I thought she lost her mind, but she showed me proof that it could be done. And I realized it might have been a way of saving our little girl. So you wanted to upload your daughter's mind into the supercomputer? That was the plan. That's why I helped Louis Tarico with the heist. Why I stole the plutonium. Karen said we needed it to power up the supercomputer. But she gave the plutonium to Alden. Your story doesn't hold up, Frank. You think Alden gave her a choice? When Karen realized they were planning the destruction of the city, she immediately decided to stop it, even if it meant losing our daughter. The only reason she kidnapped you, Matthew, was to get you inside the headquarters. She knew you'd find a way to escape your cell. Frank, this is a lot to take in. I want to believe you, but I understand. Whatever happens to me, it doesn't matter anymore. I've lost everything. But Matthew, if there's anything I can do to help you stop Pacific Bay from being razed to the ground, please tell me. I'll do anything. Well, it looks like Frank's telling the truth, but I guess we'll find out if this digital brain tablet will tell us more. So for now, this is Matthew. See you in 9 hours. Hey folks, it's Matthew. We're back. I only got about 5 minutes left on my tablet, so let's get to this. Hannah, did you have a look at the tablet Matthew found in the bunker? You're lucky I could. Things are getting worse. I don't know how long we'll be able to stay here. But that tablet, the brain on it, that's Tesla's brain, inside the supercomputer. It's a numerical representation of his thoughts, if you like. And what I think it shows, it's not good. Not good at all. Can you be a little more specific, Hannah? We're on a deadline here. Honestly, it's so advanced, I'm not even sure I understand it, but Rasher should be able to help you. Go talk to Rasher about this tablet, Matthew, but be careful. If what I suspect is true, then Tesla could be very dangerous. Point taken. Point taken, Hannah. About the supercomputer's abilities. Dr. Rasher, we need your help. Commissioner Matthew found this map of Tesla's computerized brain, but we can't make any sense of it. Of course you can't. From the start, Tesla built the supercomputer to be completely untouchable by anybody but him. And yet Alden and Karen managed to take control of it. Tesla told us that much himself. Haha, Alden never ordered Tesla to do anything. Tesla was giving Alden orders. He was giving all of us orders. I don't understand. Tesla told us he'd been enslaved by Meteor Systems. My dear foolish girl, Tesla is Meteor Systems. He created the company so he would be able to physically impact the world around him. But that means Tesla is the real mastermind behind all of this. He's the one who's destroying Pacific Bay. He's been playing us all along. Well, not anymore. We'll stop him, Matthew. We'll find a way. You're heading towards your doom, Commissioner Matthew, but I admire your spirit. Here, let me offer you your last meal on Earth. On this Earth. Oops. A while later. What have you found, Matthew? Do you know who's behind all of this? Well, it seems Tesla was the one giving the orders, and not the other way around. He tricked us. Then let's confront Tesla and force him to stop the destruction of Pacific Bay, Matthew. The three of us, together. Let's confront the supercomputer now. Tesla, I can't believe you tricked us. You have no master. No one was giving you orders. You willingly set up the destruction of Pacific Bay. Of course I did. I am Pacific Bay. I created it, and now I will destroy it. This city was my experiment from day one. I soon grew disappointed with how it turned out, but I could do nothing to stop it until I got the plutonium. It was my plan to eventually create a virtual reality, a place where I could rule people's desires and urges, where I could ensure crime would be non-existent. See, I don't intend to kill everyone in Pacific Bay. Of course, anyone who refuses to join me, anyone who might decide to attack me, will have to go. But the others, the one who will understand my vision and pledge loyalty to me, to those I will offer a perfect world, uploading their consciousness into the supercomputer. You wanted to digitize the entire city? You're insane. First the city, then the world. Imagine, Commissioner Matthew, no more wars, no more grief, a perfect world governed by me. But such a project requires boundless energy. I will need an unending source of power to be able to create and sustain such a world, and that's why I needed the plutonium. Thankfully, Karen was easy to manipulate. Oh yes, I'm the one who made her think my experiments might help her daughter. I knew she'd do anything for her. You're the reason Karen got killed? I'm coming to stop you, Tesla. This ends now. Haha, I will be waiting for you. Frank, no, come back. Let him go. He's right. This ends now. For him. Here's some money for his funeral, Commissioner Matthew. None of you will stop me. Matthew, we need to find Frank before he gets himself killed. I know he's done some terrible things, but it's still Frank. He seems to know exactly where to go to stop Tesla. Do you think he knows where the supercomputer that holds Tesla's mind is hidden? Good idea. Let's have a look outside and see if we can pick up his trail. There's not a second to lose. Let's go. Okay, there's not a lot of time left, so I'm going to have to do this at home. So for now, this is where I'll put this on pause. Okay guys, sorry about that I had to pause. But let's get to the secret headquarters and investigate. Alright. Oh, I can already see it. Sorry about that, I don't know what happened. Okay, got them both. Okay. Okay, Matthew, what did you find? Torn pieces of paper? Let's piece them back together, quick! They're gonna be put back together. Sheets of paper. Kinda looks like a map. A map of the wastes. Tesla. Uh-oh. Excellent work, Matthew. You pieced together this map in seconds. It seems to be a map of the wastes, and there's a red cross with the word Tesla. This must be where the supercomputer is kept. That's where Frank must have gone. But how will we find the right place? Even with this map, in the desert, everything looks the same. You think that Agent Z might be able to help us? I'm not sure I trust him, but you're right. We're running out of options. Let's go talk to him. Help. Ask Agent Z for help. Agent Z, we've discovered that the true mastermind behind all that's been happening is Tesla himself. Really? Tesla wasn't an evil man, but I guess the power has driven him mad. We found this map that indicates where the supercomputer is kept, but we need help deciphering it. Nicely done, Commissioner Matthew. Let me have a look. This map points towards a hill a little way from here. Go straight to the east. You should reach it in half an hour. Matthew, the GIA appreciates your help in stopping Tesla from destroying all of Pacific Bay. Take these, you'll need them. And do not trust a single thing Tesla might tell you. Matthew, I can't stop thinking about Matthew, I can't stop thinking about the look in Frank's eyes when he ran away. He seemed like a man who's got nothing left to lose. I just hope we can reach him before he does anything dangerous. I don't think Tesla will be easily beat. Uh-oh. That was a bang. Matthew, what? Was that a gunshot? Oh my God, we must find Frank, now! Oh boy. Got a total of 4 burgers. And we're now going to investigate the final case in not only the waste, but the final case in Pacific Bay for me. So thank you all for watching this. We'll see you guys for the 59th and final case in Pacific Bay. So for now, this is Matthew. We'll see you then.